I'm Scott Thompson. Thank you very much for inviting me to join this group, this wonderful group. Although I'm not necessarily dealing with current issues of forced displacement, my work tackles the subject through a period in history that still struggles to be acknowledged. Not too long ago, I was contracted to write a feature-length adaptation, a screenplay, of a memoir about the Armenian genocide. So the genocide began with a massive deportation effort represented by the red arrows that you see there. The red dots represent areas where Armenians were massacred. The larger dot you see, for example, on the bottom there in Deir Zor represents the roughly 400,000 Armenians who were believed to be killed in that region. In order to inform my writing, I devoured anything related to this subject. But for my purposes, one of the most important aspects of my research involved in immersing myself in Armenian culture. So as luck would have it, we have a very strong Armenian representation in local communities such as Belmont and Watertown. So I was fortunate enough to attend readings, hear countless stories from families of genocide survivors, and witness the impact that forced displacement can have on the generations that follow. Since I kept showing up at any event involving Armenians or the genocide, I was eventually referred to as an ABC, an Armenian by choice. It didn't hurt that Armenians love to feed people and I like to eat. So true, the food was incredible, but I mostly attended these events because I became obsessed with getting the genocide story right. I'm also pleased to share that I've been able to bring my experience to the classroom, as I'm now teaching an honors college screenwriting course called Doing Justice Through Adaptation. This course was created as a direct result of Carrie Preston's encouragement. After discussing my adaptation with her, we brainstormed on how to translate my experience into a course. And it's no surprise that 4 of the current students in a class of 12 are doing adaptations based upon stories of forced displacement. So I'd like to share with you the pitch I gave to the American film market, to an audience of roughly 500 people. And 2 days after that, the William Morris Endeavor Agency joined us to package the project. Black Dog of Fate is an adaptation of the award-winning memoir by Pulitzer Prize winner Peter Balakian. Picture Hotel Rwanda meets Spotlight. During a whistleblowing effort with a 60 Minutes TV crew, Balakian scours the killing fields of Syria, triggering memories of his childhood as he pieces together his grandmother's mysterious life as a genocide survivor. Told as a fractured narrative, the story shuffles between 3 plot threads, one of which is the Armenian genocide of 1915, where we follow a teen named Dovey as she witnesses women in her hometown being set on fire by Turkish soldiers. She escapes, but her father is apprehended. The next day, his body is left on the front doorstep, decapitated, his head left on the street. Soon after, a massive deportation effort ensues in which Dovey's family is ripped from their home and marched out to the desert to die. A century later, in the same desert where no one dare utter the word genocide, Balakian and 60 Minutes play cat and mouse with the Syrian secret police, illegally recording footage as they unearth human remains from 1915. The shock of these discoveries sends Balakian's mind racing back to his own childhood in 1960s New Jersey, where he grew up incredibly close to his grandmother, yet she never spoke a word about the genocide or what it was to be Armenian, only sharing cryptic stories about the old country that left young Peter wishing he were less Armenian and more like his Jewish friends. As the collision of these 3 stories unlocks his grandmother's biggest secrets, Balakian is forced to confront the horrific realities of her other life. Thank you.